is that?
Whose car is that?
That belongs to the supreme black man, that's who.
Yeah, man, that's Daddy's car, man. Daddy Rich. You never watch him on TV?
That's the man who answers to all my questions.
Go on with your bad job. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Well, praise this car, honey.
Thank you, miss.
Daddy Rich, what's your secret, brother?
My secret, please. How you doing, brother? Thank you, brother. How you doing? Good to see you. The secret? There are no secrets. Believe that.
I believe
Except believe in the Lord. And believe in yourself.
That's right.
And most of all, believe in that federal green. Because money walks and bullshit talks. How you doing, brother?
Daddy Rich, I've been following you for 5 years.
God bless you, brother. Bless you.
Would you allow me the privilege of shining your shoes, please?
Well, you know what they say. I take what is given unto me.
Daddy Rich, special polish.
Wow. Special polish.
How's it feel like in there, Lindy?
Like being in church with Burt Reynolds, honey.
I'd like you to drink with me, because my cup runneth over.
All right. Blessed be the time.
All right.
From the body to the heaven.
Yeah.
And a little bit for the earth. Amen, brother. Amen. And it's good, too.
Daddy Rich, ever since I've been following you, I got a new house and a color TV.
Praise the Lord.
Why don't you tell everybody how you got so rich, Daddy Rich? This is one nigga you ain't fooling, brother. I mean, I'm hip to the game you running down on these people here.
What can I do for you, brother?
Oh, the same thing you're doing for everybody else. Nothing.
Guess you don't believe my church. The Church of Divine Economic Spirituality.
Yeah, that's right. I don't believe in it.
Then you don't believe in God.
Not your guy.
My God's doing all right by me. Why don't you climb on board and believe in me? And for a small fee, I'll set you free near thy God to thee.
Praise you, honey. Praise you.
Because it's better to have money and not to need it than to need it and not to have it. And there's a good place in this world for money. Yes, sir. And I know where it is. It's right here in my pocket. Hey, give me some.
You talking just like a pimp.
Answer him.
It's all the way down.
Answer him, Lord.
I don't get mad at people like that. You know why? Because he's a revolutionary.
That's right.
He must be leading a bunch of fools. Disrespect women he don't even know. Wilson's sister's some of the finest women you ever want to meet. He don't know nothing about them. Go and talk about them.
Right. Yes, I believe it.
If I wasn't a Christian man, I'd probably be kicking in your ass.
Drop on down, brother.
Drop on down here, brother. I'm gonna drop on down with a bit of light.
When James Baldwin came in from Paris, they wouldn't let him talk because they couldn't make him go by the script. Burt Lancaster read the speech that Baldwin was supposed to make. They wouldn't let Baldwin get up there because they know Baldwin liable to say anything.
It comes as a great shock around the age of 5 or 6 or 7 to discover the flag to which you have pledged allegiance along with everybody else has not pledged allegiance to you, has not pledged allegiance to you. It comes as a great shock to discover that the country which is your birthplace and to which you owe your life and your identity has not in its whole system of reality evolved any place for you.
apologize, sister. Make him apologize.
The Southern oligarchy, which has until today so much power in Washington, and therefore some power in the world, was created by my labor and my sweat. The violation of my women and the murder of my children. This, in the land of the free and the home of the brave. No one can challenge that statement. It's a matter of historical record. You got to believe something. Why not believe in me? Why don't you let that wisdom sink to me? You got to believe something. Why not believe in me? Why don't you shake your head? You got to believe something. When I was growing up, I was taught in American history books that Africa had no history, and neither did I. That I was a savage, about whom the less said the better, who had been saved by Europe and brought to America. And of course, I believed it. I didn't have much choice. Why not believe in me? Those are the only books there were.
Make him apologize, sister.
Till the moment comes when we, the American people, are able to accept the fact that I accept the fact that my ancestors were both white and black. That on that continent we are trying to forge a new identity in which we need each other. That I am not a war of America. I am not an object of missionary charity. I am one of the people who built the country. Until this moment, there is scarcely any hope for the American dream. Because the people who are denied participation in it, by their very presence, will wreck it. And if that happens, it's a very grave moment for the West. Thank you. The future of the Negro in this country is precisely as bright, as dark as the future of the country. It is entirely up to the American people, and our representative is entirely up to the American people, whether or not they're going to face and deal with and embrace this stranger whom they maligned so long. What white people have to do is try to find out in their own hearts why it was necessary to have a nigger in the first place. Because I'm not a nigger, I'm a man. But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. The question the white population of this country has got to ask itself, North and South, because it's one country, and for a Negro, there's no difference between North and the South. There's just a difference in the way they castrate you. But the fact of the castration is the American fact. If I'm not the nigger here, and you invented him, you the white people invented him, then you gotta find out why. Well, and the future of the country depends on that, whether or not it's able to ask that question, 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 ask that question.
Jerome, same question.
I rule the world. You ain't got to get sarcastic. I'm saying, Red, you had to come at me while you you know, okay, well, apologies to you. Okay, let me think for a second. Yeah, right. Okay. If this world were mine, all Cadillacs would be 27 feet long.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac,
Cadillacs would be 27 feet
against the white walls, TV antennas in the back,
27 feet long.
You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back.
If this world were mine,
You may not have a car at all,
all Cadillacs would be
but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall.
27 feet.
Just be thankful,
Brothers and sisters,
for what you got.
diamond in the back.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Ooh.
Sunroof top.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Ooh.
Digging the scene.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top.
Digging the scene with the gangster lane.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all,
Brothers and sisters,
but remember, brothers and sisters,
brothers and sisters,
you is coming true. Make me wanna holler, throw up both my hands. Yeah, it made me wanna holler, throw up both my hands. Crime is increasing. Trigger happy, policing. Panic is spreading. God knows where we're headed. Mother, there's too many of you crying. I don't know what this world is coming to. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. I don't know what this world is coming to. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Yeah. Oh, the way they do my life. The way they do my life. This and this. Father, we don't need to escalate. See, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Don't talk to me with brutality. This is a beautiful day. It is a new day. It is a day of black awareness. It is a day of black people taking care of black people's business. Today we are together. We are unified and on one accord. But when we are together, we got power and we can make decisions. Right on, baby. We say that we may be in the slum, but the slum is not in us. We may be in prison, but the prison is not in us. Oh, but who are they to judge us? We have shifted from having a seizure about what the man got to seizing what we need. That is why we gather today to celebrate our homecoming and our own sense of somebodyness. That is why I challenge you now to stand together. Bring some understanding here today. Raise your fists together and engage in our national black litany. Do it with courage and determination.
You see now everybody around the nation, I'm gonna give you some inspiration and stimulation, cause I have to fulfill my obligation.
I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody. I may be unskilled, but I am somebody. I am black, beautiful, proud. I must be respected. I must be protected. What time is it? When we stand together, what time is it? When we say no more yes to both, what time is it? What time is it? What time is it?
Here we go. Well, it's time. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. All we need is a little bit of love. Sent by one from heaven up above. Chickabiddy is simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying? What? Yep, yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah. kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth. We just stand up and fight, walk into the night. We're the people, we can do it, we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. But we're living day to day. We don't know where, we don't know when. But it's coming back again.
That time.
Choices are clear.
It's about that time. Yo, Mob, kick it for me one more time.
Seasons are spreading mighty fast. Earthquakes are moving through the land. It ain't nothing but a sign that we make up our mind. We're the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We just live it day by day. Don't know when, don't know when, but it's coming back again.
That time, y'all. Here we go. Well, it's time to make that change. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love. Sent by one from heaven up above. Take a routine, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying.
We can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We're living day by day. Don't know when, don't know when, but it's coming back again.
It's about that time, y'all. That's right. Here we go.
We can do it.
Here we go. That time, y'all.
You can do it.
Here we go. About that time. All right, we're gonna break it down one time serious.
You gotta redeem the time. Doing is evil. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Every man, woman, boy, and girl, you can make a change. Yes, it is. Sun's going down. Oh, yes, it is. It's late. Oh, Lord. It's time for you to return. Oh, Lord, sing.
I remember, for example, when the ex-Attorney General, Mr. Robert Kennedy, the ex-Attorney General, said that it was conceivable that in 40 years in America we might have a Negro president. And that sounded like a very emancipated statement, I suppose, to white people. They were not in Harlem when this statement was first heard, and did not hear, and possibly will never hear, the laughter and the bitterness and the scorn with which the statement was greeted. From the point of view of the man in the Harlem barbershop, Bobby Kennedy only got here yesterday. And now he's already on his way to the presidency. We've been here for 400 years, and now he tells us that maybe in 40 years, if you're good, we may let you become president. What is dangerous here is the turning away from anything any white American says.
I stand before you today as a candidate for the Democratic nomination for the presidency of the United States of America. I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am black and proud. Or celebrities or any other kind of prop. I do not intend to offer to you the tired and glib cliches which for too long have been accepted part of our political life. I am the candidate of the people of America. which can and must be put to constructive use in getting this great nation together. I know that millions of Americans from all walks of life agree with me that leadership does not mean putting the ear to the ground to follow public opinion, but to have the vision of what is necessary and the courage to make it possible.
Time is truly wasted. There's no guarantee. Smile is in the making. We gotta fight the powers that be. Got so many voices saying all the same, giving up all around me. Faces full of pain. I try to play my music, they say my music's too loud. I try talking about it, I got the big run around. And when I roll with the punches, I got knocked on the ground by all this bullshit going down. Hey, time is truly wasted. There's no guarantee. Smile is in the making. We gotta fight the powers that be. I don't understand it. People wanna say, those that got the answers, red tape in the way. I could turn to it easy. That's just half the fun. No. Seeking my satisfaction keeps me on the run. I try to play my music, say my music's too loud. I try talking about it, I got the big run around. And when I roll with the punches, I got knocked on the ground by all this bullshit going down. Oh, time is truly wasted. There's no guarantee. Smile is in the making. We gotta fight the powers that be. Got it, baby. Hey. Even you and I can't. Got the power. Come on. Fight it.
Americans all over are demanding a new sensibility, a new philosophy of government from Washington. While young people beg for the attention of their president, I will encourage them to speak out, organize for peaceful change, and vote, and vote, and vote, and vote, and vote, and vote. I would remind all Americans at this hour of the words of Abraham Lincoln: a house divided cannot stand. We Americans are all fellow countrymen, one day confronting the judgment of history in our country. We are all God's children.
All babies together, everyone a scene. Half of us are satisfied, half of us in need. And love's bountiful in us, tarnished by our greed. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the will of each of us is as precious as the will of the most powerful general or corporate millionaire.
A nation planted, so concerned with gain. As the seasons come and go, greater grows the pain. And far too many feeling the strain. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah, yeah.
I am convinced that the American people are in a mood to discard the politics and the political personalities of the past.
Gather every man, gather every woman, celebrate your life, give thanks for your children. Gather every
let's face it, black people in this country have a terrible time just getting through 24 hours a day. It's hard to talk about education in a country in which illiteracy is adored. For a black person to get an education in this country, he's got to have a lot of guts, first of all. And to endure these institutions like many other institutions, which means it's a racist institution. There's no way around that. And to get an education under those circumstances is a tremendous act of the will. And also you risk schizophrenia. But I am saying that black people educate themselves. What you have to do is pick up the tools and with your own intention.
What's going on? Information keeps us strong. What you don't know can hurt you bad. Take it from me, you'll be walking around sad crying for a better day. Until you educate for a better way. So if you wanna be in control, you gotta get yourself in the know. Get the knowledge that you really want. The knowledge. Do you really want? It's the knowledge. What you really want. The knowledge that you really want. Prejudice. No. Ignorance. No. Bigotry. No. Illiteracy. No. Count. 2, 3, 4.
Really, I was discussing the difficulties, the obstacles, the very real danger of death thrown up by this society when a black man attempts to become a man. Once you turn your back on this society, you may die. If you're afraid of the world around you. That particular social terror, which is not the paranoia of my own mind, but a real social danger visible in the face of every cop, every boss, everybody.
Create a new America, one where there's freedom from violence and war, where we work together, black and white, from New York to California, from Wisconsin to Florida, our brothers and sisters on the road to national unity and a new America.
I'm not going, I'm gone. Up and away, and I'm on a higher plane with a brain with a flame. Feel the fire, desire the same. Knowledge and wisdom and understanding possessed by God, transferred to man in a script or a book or a scripture that looks like a biblical writing, inviting the hook of a song. Sing along with a strong subliminal message, divesting all men from criminal acts of the devil, revealed in revel, designed to decline the mind to a lower level. Read the Holy Quran or the Bible, because it's liable to be a revival for the weak that seek power. It'll bring infallible power. Knowledge is king. Now who wants some? Come get it. A battle is a test of wits and I'm with it. Heartbeats, torch, and I lit it. Set the world on fire, I did it. Now that it feels good, I'm heating up. I feed off knowledge and can't eat enough. Cause knowledge is infinite, suckers ain't into it. Ignorance is bliss, and they're kin to it. They party and dance, and they don't ever glance at a book or look for their mind to advance. Caught in a rut, chasing butt, trying to get a dollar or a nut. Evil feeds off a source of apathy, weaken the mind, and of course you have to be less than a man, more like a thing. No knowledge or nothing. Knowledge is king. My knowledge comes from a spiritual force, stronger than any earthly source of propaganda, hype or slander. I don't believe the hype, I understand the media dictates the mind and rotates the way you think. It sinks, slow pace brains can't maintain, ascertain, insipid and name, crass fame, insane, lame traditions, all praise, fame, position. Wanna be a star, drive a big car, live bourgeois and don't know who you are. Lost in the sauce and praising the dollar, whether your faith is Christ or Allah. The knowledge of God will teach one thing, the dollar is moved, knowledge is king.
A free black cat is looked at as a bad nigga. He's in danger. He's in danger.
I take my cue from Jesus Christ, really, who told me and told all of us to love each other, clothe the naked, feed the hungry, and visit those in prison. And if you can't do that, you're not a believer. I don't care what church you go to. First the world calls you a nigger, and imperceptibly you begin to call yourself a nigger. begin to react that way. You begin to confirm the world's judgment. And that was beginning to happen to me. I was so touchy that I was like a spring. Black people need witnesses in this hostile world which thinks everything is white. Everything is white. We're not talking about racial prejudice. We're talking about the structure of power which has the right and the duty to tell other people who they are. Tell other people who they are for very dubious reasons. After all, one of the reasons I'm black is because I had to be black in order to justify my slavery. Everything is white. That's part of my inheritance and part of yours too. It's got nothing to do with race. It's got nothing to do with race. It's a way of avoiding history. It's a way of avoiding history. I think that the hardest thing for any human being to do is to forgive somebody they know they're wrong. Forgive somebody they know they're wrong. White people live in generality, as far as I can tell, live with the nightmare of the nigger they've invented. They have to have the nigger to justify the crime. So they don't see the person. Prejudice is a matter of cowardice. It is easy to blame the nigger or the Arab or the Jew or the dyke or the faggot. Anyone who isn't you. Anyone who isn't white. Anyone who isn't you. Anyone who isn't white. You don't want to see that you could be that person. That in some way you are that person. Racial prejudice is a matter of the most abject cowardice. People's attitudes don't change because the law changes. There's been a breakdown, betrayal of the social contract in Western life. And people are grabbing for things and holding on to what they think they can get and stepping all over their neighbors because they are panic-stricken. So when people do that, they are reacting to something is beginning to crack. People hoard all this because they don't have anything else, but they don't really believe in it. You know, and they kill to get it. 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 That proves the moral bankruptcy, which translates itself into the actual bankruptcy of the world in which we live. We have yet to understand that if I am starving, you are in danger. People think that my danger makes them safe. They're in trouble. It is clear to me, it's clear to many, that what we call the political vocabulary of this age cannot serve the needs of this age. We will have to find a way to get beyond our crippling habits. This is not the 19th century. Queen Victoria is long, long dead, and Europe is no longer the center of the world.
The microphone is my funk receptor. When I speak on beat, I'm trying to connect us to what's left us messed up. Egos dressed up, got us effed up. You see onto instead of into. You see what you want to instead of what you've been through. You can take the rhyme I say, read, hear, and see in 3 ways. Combine the rhyme to any one of 9. For some, still the light won't shine. You can take a shot in the dark but keep missing. You aim with one eye and just don't listen. To see in the dark you need all 3. Your eyes are in when you hear what you see. The 5 senses are all correlated. The 6th and 7th is higher elevated. Ain't that funky? Yeah, that's funky. 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ding, 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 ding. This a KRS, I want to for something. What? Come on, lads, and we come down to sing. This a KRS, I say, come. No slave ship come from Africa, full of Africans, so in America. Now you want me to come as South American, even though America kill the African. Check it, white man
to pass it down. Yeah, sounds like a job for the brother man now. Got to help a mother for me. Each one teach one if you can't find one. Talk to the little ones and you'll see they'll listen to feel the missing piece. To rise and shine.
Those of you who were locked outside of the convention hall in 1968, those of you who can now vote for the first time, those of you who agree with me
this is
that
our
the
moment.
Institutions of
This is our
country
time
belong
to put
all of
our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people, the spirit of a people, the spirit of a people, the spirit of a people. So let us summon a new spirit of patriotism, of responsibility, where each of us resolves to pitch in and work harder and look after not only ourselves but each other. In this country, we rise or fall as one nation, as one people. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
If you want to just now's the time for all good men to get together with one another. We got to iron out our problems and iron out our quarrels and try to live as brothers and try to find peace within without stepping on one another. And do respect the women of the world. Remember, you all had mothers. We gotta make this land a better land than the world in which we live. And we gotta help each man be a better man with the kindness that we give. I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can work it out. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Oh, why can't we if we want to? Yes, we can. I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. We gosh, you're mighty. Yes, we can. I know we can.
Let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, what change will they see? What progress will we have made?
And we gotta take care of all the children, the little children of the world, 'cause they're our strongest hope for the future, the little bitty boys and girls. We got to make this land a better land than the world in which we live. And we gotta help each man be a better man with the kindness that we give. I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can work it out. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Oh, why can't we if we want to? Yes, we can. I know we can make it work. I know that we can make it if we try. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Gosh, you're mighty. Yes, we can. I know we can.
This is our time to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can.
I know we can make it. I know we can. I know darn well we can work it out. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Oh, why can't we if we want to? Yes, we can. I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Great gosh, you're mighty. Yes, we can. I know we can. We can make it, y'all. Oh, yeah, we can make it, y'all. Oh, you only try. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can make it, y'all. Sometimes it's hard. Yes, we can. I know we can. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. Yes, we can. I know we can. Yes, we can. Oh, if we want it, yes, we can. You speak Jesus. I know you can. You speak Jesus. I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can.
Our union can be perfected. What we've already achieved gives us hope for what we can and must achieve tomorrow.
I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I know I can be what I wanna be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I'll be where I wanna be.
Be boys and girls, listen up. You can be anything in the world, and God we trust. An architect, doctor, maybe an actress, but nothing comes easy. It takes much practice. Like I met a woman who's becoming a star. She was very beautiful, leaving people in awe. Singing songs, Lena Horne, but the younger version. Hung with the wrong person, got her strung on that heroin, cocaine, sniffing up drugs, all in her nose. Could've died so young, now looks ugly and old. No fun, cause now when she reaches for hugs, people hold their breath, cause she smells of corrosion and death. Watch the company you keep and the crowd you bring, cause they came to do drugs and you came to sing. So if you're gonna be the best, I'ma tell you how. Put your hand in the air and take the vow. I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
Be boys and girls, listen again. This is for grown-looking girls who's only 10. The ones who watch videos and do what they see. As cute as can be, up in the club with fake ID. Careful, for you meet a man with HIV. You can host a TV like Oprah Winfrey. Whatever you decide, be careful, some men be rapists. So act your age, don't pretend to be older than you are. Give yourself time to grow. You're thinking he can give you wealth, but so young boys, you can use a lot of help, you know. You're thinking life's all about smoking weed and ice. You don't wanna be my age and can't read and write. Begging different women for a place to sleep at night. Smart boys turn them in and do whatever they wish. If you believe you can achieve, then say it like this. I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. Now go.
I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
Before we came to this country, we were kings and queens, never porch monkeys. There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books to learn from black teachers who taught Greeks and Romans, Asian Arabs, and gave them gold. When gold was converted to money, it all changed. Money then became empowerment for Europeans. The Persian military invaded. They heard about the gold, the teachings, and everything sacred. Africa was almost robbed naked. Slavery was money, so they began making slave ships. Egypt was the place that Alexander the Great went. He wasn't shocked at the mountains with black faces, shot up their nose to impose what basically still goes on today. You see, if the truth is told, the youth can grow. They learn to survive until they gain control. Nobody says you have to be gangsters, hoes. Read more, learn more, change the globe. Ghetto children, do your thing. Hold your head up, little man, you're a king. Young princess, when you get your wedding ring, your man is saying, she's my queen. I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
I know I can be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be.
Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music, y'all. Save the music.
If they're not who I thought they were, who are they?
What is this image that you were?
This is precisely what is so difficult to get down to, but let me try to put it this way. What is he? I don't know what white people see, when they look at a Negro anymore. But I do know very well. I realized when I was very young.
In my veins, I felt the mystery of corridors of time, books of history, life songs of ages throbbing in my blood have danced to the rhythm of the tide and flood.
Whatever he was looking at, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It was something he was afraid of.
Wasn't me.
Do you care? have you a part in the deepest emotions of my own heart.
It was something to which he was attracted or which he found repulsive, but it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I was not a man. 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 I was not a man.
That's why I'm starting with me. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A sonorous disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why no one got to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Starting with the man in the mirror. Change his ways, change your message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. You gotta get it right while you got the time. You close your heart, then you close your mind.
This image, I don't know what this image is, but it has something to do, I'm convinced of this, with the Puritan God. It has something to do with a peculiar, and I believe absolutely bankrupt, morality under which we all are suffering. The one person who was outside this constriction, in fact, historically, in life, was this Hager, black Hager, right, was brought over as a chattel. It seems to me that it's a direct reflection of the effort made by the white American to not be threatened by black people.
Through the best of times and the darkest of hours, America can change. 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 If my daughters should be so lucky to live as long as Ann Nixon Cooper, what change will they see? What change will they see? What change will they see? What change will they see?
In some way, the American vision of the world is all wrapped up with their vision of black men, which has to do with their vision of themselves.
As Lincoln said to a nation far more divided than ours, we are not enemies, but friends. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. Bonds of affection. Bonds of affection. Bonds of affection.
There's a national problem. There's a national problem. What is happening today began to happen over 100 years ago.
The true strength of our nation comes not from the might of our arms or the scale of our wealth, but from the enduring power of our ideals, democracy, liberty, opportunity, and unyielding hope. That's the true genius of America. That America can change. Change.
Over 100 years ago, when in effect the North, which was the government, having freed tens of thousands of illiterate black men, they made no provision for them, none whatever. None whatever. They were dumped on the body politic, and no one was responsible for them. And they were, of course, immediately political and industrial footballs for everybody. They were everybody's target. that in a way black men were very useful to the American, because in a country so absolutely undefined, so amorphous, where there were no limits, no height really, and no depth, there was one thing of which one could be certain. One knew where one was by knowing where the Negro was. You knew that you were not on the bottom, because the Negro was there.